There are just over 630 inmates here at the Langata Women's Prison. 63 of them are foreigners, 30 of whom are in for drug-related cases. Of the 3 I'm about to speak to, 2 are in for life. Catherine, you're all the way from Zambia. What is it that landed you in Kenya?
Actually, I was not actually coming to Kenya. I was coming from Pakistan. Then I was just on transiting Nairobi, then going back to my country, Zambia.
Okay.
That was the time I was arrested at the airport.
Airport. All right. What about you? How is it that you came to Kenya?
I came from South Africa, all the way from Peru, and I was arrested at JKI.
Sorry.
I was arrested and charged with drug trafficking.
Shala, how did you come to Kenya?
My friend, Kenya friend, is come Pakistan, my function, and say, Shala, why you know come Kenya, you together business. Nairobi come, and me go to, I don't know, transit. They say transit, me take my luggage. Or these people, I don't know which people, say passport, give me passport, this passport see. Or after this say, oh, you come office. You come office. Me say, okay. Me go office. After this search, people come, mingy people come, say, this is drug. Me say, me, I don't know. You open. You open, you see. Say, okay. After maybe 1 hour, 2 hours, this bag open is inside drug.
There was drugs inside
Drug.
the bag that you were given.
Yes.
From Pakistan, yeah.
And this time, these people open, me shocked this time. This time me shocked, me, I don't know. After this day, 28 January. And after one night, me go to police station. After this, me come remand. After remand, my wakil, my husband came, my son came, and give wakil money. How much money me tell you? For example, my home sale, everything sale, give money.
For a lawyer to help you with
Yeah,
your
I
case.
help you, yes, my case. So this time my case start 1 year. After 1 year, this give me sentence 16 years. Okay. Or me come there now, karibu 6 years finish.
So another 10 years?
And no, 5 years.
Another 5 years?
Remaining 5 years.
Okay. Was your sentence reduced?
Yeah, no, yeah, remaining.
Okay.
Remaining 5 years. Yeah, now.
Okay. So for you, you're here for something that you feel like someone set you up.
Now, but me every time I want me tomorrow go home.
Yeah.
Me tomorrow go home. Me tomorrow go home. Only this hope.
Catherine and Anne, how similar? What can you tell me about a little bit about your case? Because these are all drug-related cases. So, what happened in your case that you're able to divulge?
It's almost similar to hers. It's only that we're coming from different places. She said she was coming from Pakistan, me I was coming from South Africa. That's how I landed here at JKI, and I was searched, and the allegations were I had trafficked in drugs. So I went to lower court. That was in 2010. I did my casing and I was convicted, so I've not yet done my appeal. Yeah, but definitely it's hard. I can say it's easy. It's especially being away from home, you know, it's not easy. And I feel like I wasn't given a fair treatment. I wasn't given a fair hearing. That's what I would say about my case.
Before we go into details about how it was for you here for the first time, what about you? What can you tell us about your case?
Same applies like what my colleagues have said. It is all a drug-related case, but with mine, you see why I'm very much bitter. I'm always bitter. Ever since I came to prison, I've never been happy because, okay, I was caught at the airport, but if you look deep down into my case, although it is a drug trafficking charge, it's if you look into the quantity that I was having, that I was charged with, it is very, very unfair on my side. Something like 700.991 grams they give me of cocaine. They gave me a life sentence. Even the time the arresting officer went to the flight to retrieve my bag, she even testified before the court that I was not present because I was a female accused. And she even said that the time she arrested me, I was not having any narcotic substances with me. So why was I given a life sentence? You understand? This is what I can see. And for the last, that was in 2011, that was the time I was arrested. I was arrested at JKIA. Then I was convicted in 2013. From 2011, I've never seen my family, not even my kids. Only in 2013 when I was convicted, because I was very sick. That was the time my elder sister came to see me. From that time.
Is it because they're unable to afford to come and see you, or are there other reasons why?
Yes, they cannot afford to come here because it is very expensive from Zambia to here, even by bus. If you travel by bus from Lusaka to Nairobi, it's 5 days. Yeah.
So you haven't seen your family since 2013?
Since 2011.
Since 2011. In your case, when was the last time you saw anyone from your family?
That was like 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
And me 7 years up to now, me no see my children, my grandchildren. Me this time come, my 3 grandchildren, now 10 my grandchildren. I want go to home.
You want to go home? I know, I mean, it's obviously I can't imagine how heavy it must be to be here. Can you take us through the first day when you came to Langata Women's Prison? What do you remember about that day, Catherine?
Wow, wow, that's to remember that experience. It's very, very hard.
Very
Because you're in a
hard.
foreign land, you've never been to this country before, and you don't know their language, you don't know their tradition, you don't eat their their traditional food. You see, such kind of stuff. It is very, very hard. It was very, very hard because even if most of the people here, they speak Swahili. So for you to understand when you are communicating, it wasn't an easy journey. It was not an easy journey.
Has it gotten easier, or is there a part of you that still feels like it's
Even-
very difficult to still try and fit in?
Even at now, even at this moment, it's still hard for us. Although we've stayed here for quite some time, but it's still very, very difficult. In our case as foreigners, I would like to appeal to the Kenyan government so that we should be deported back home to our home countries, whereby we can serve our sentences in our home countries, where we can communicate with our people and our families could come and visit us, because like for us foreigners in this prison, it's even very hard because you cannot even make an international call to talk to your family.
Yes.
They don't allow it?
They
Not
don't
allow.
it. It's illegal. So unless once in a while, when your embassy comes to see you, that's when you can communicate with your people. Like I, in my condition, just as you can look at me, my health-wise is very bad. I'm very sick. I have to go for surgery, you understand? But where will I get the money from? The prison services, they cannot pay for me. You
Even
understand? Because
some
I have to
medicine
go
you
for-
buy, you self buy.
I have to go for cervical surgery, you understand? So which is very expensive.
You have cervical cancer?
Yes.
Okay.
And after that, I have to go on chemotherapy. And I have to be paying every month. So where will I get the money from?
Where do you get the money from?
Norway. So this is why I'm really appealing to the Kenyan government if they can do something, whether to deport me or maybe if they can push my appeal ahead so that I can go for this appeal in court to see what is the next step. So that because since I've appealed and I have an appeal number, I'm still waiting for the date. I cannot apply for the power of mercy. You understand? Unless I'm through with the appeal.
Yeah.
That's when I can apply for the power of mercy. So, in my thinking capacity, I was thinking that maybe if my appeal date can come first, I go to court, I hear the next step, then I can
You can
apply
get,
for the power of mercy.
as much as it's, I hear, coming from all of you, you've left your families, you'd rather serve your sentences at home where you can be closer to the people you love and get the help that you need. Here's a bit of a tough question. There was a crime that was carried out here. For whatever reason, everyone has their reasons. I think in Shella's case, to some extent, Catherine's, and you can confirm this, Shella insists that she was set up. Catherine, I don't know whether you've owned up to the fact that you did have a drug-related case. You weren't set up, you knew what you were doing. Yes. And the same thing with you. How does that then, someone might be thinking, but you knew what could happen. You knew that you were carrying out an offense that has very heavy consequences. Had you not thought about that before you carried out the offense and then got caught? What was going through your mind when you were carrying out this offense?
Okay, frankly speaking, before you get yourself into trouble, you will not. Maybe you've had this. There are consequences, but you will not know the gravity of the consequences that you make when you carry out this case. And what I see with my case, or even my fellow colleagues, before somebody sets out to do this kind of crime, it's not that because you really want. There must be something that has pushed you to do this kind of crime. So you're like, let me try it. Maybe we have kids to look after, we have whatever. There's a lot of forces that are pushing you to do this. But I won't say it is the right thing that we should have done. After getting myself here, I've realized that I can make it without having to commit a crime, So by the time I was coming here, I was like, other people have tried and made it. Let me try and make it. But at the end of the day, I found myself here. So it's not like I cannot say that. As for me, I will not say that what I did was right.
Yeah.
What I did was really, really wrong. And I wouldn't want anybody else to do it. Because at the end of the day, you're saying, I'm struggling for my kids. I want them to have a good life. But then, what about these other kids who take these drugs that most probably I've brought in? What about now I've left my kids for the last 7 years. My last baby was 1 year and 8 months when I left him. He doesn't even know me. So what have I helped him? You understand? So at the end of the day, this crime it's this whole thing, whether drug crime or whichever crime it is, there's no benefit in crime. This way of getting a shortcut to do things in a quicker way, to get this quick money. At the end of the day, you have to pay for it. It's expensive. Yeah, and that is why the only thing that I would say, or the only appeal I can make is, yes, I know this is a case that I've been charged for, and right, it's only by God's intervention that maybe I'll be delivered out of this place. But the only thing is that if only there was a chance. And regarding because I come from Uganda, regarding this issue we have about the East African community and a lot of stuff that is going on, we read in the newspapers, we hear, if only, my appeal is, if only I would be put back to home, I serve in my country, so I can only be able to get a relationship with my children, get a relationship with my family, that, believe me or not, I'll never complain because I know what I did. And before I did this, I really didn't know the gravity of you're just being selfish. You're looking at your own side. I'm looking at these are drugs. I want this money. You're looking at yourself. You're not looking at these other people who have taken these drugs. You're not looking. You don't know what it is like. It hurts. And it's so sad because I wouldn't want my kids to do that. I wouldn't want my kids to take these drugs. Really, I wouldn't want to. So at the end of the day, if I would only get closer to them, so that by me being in prison, my kids have suffered even more because I've deprived them of a mother's love. The most important days of their lives, they've never seen me. Their birthdays, I'm not there. When they close school, when they open school, maybe they need some mother hug. It's not easy because it's quite expensive for them to move from Uganda to come.
Who do they stay with now?
They stay with my mother.
Okay.
Yeah, they stay with my mom.
Is it the same for your children? Are they
I only for my husband retired,
All right.
only my children,
Okay.
my 7 children,
You have 7
4
children.
girls and 3 sons. So I appeal this government, Kenya government, please give one chance. Say, I hope this power of mercy release me.
Who are your children with?
My children, they're just all by themselves.
They're older.
But you know, even if a son or a child is big,
They're still your child.
it's still your child.
What were you doing before? What kind of work did you have when you were in Uganda? What were you working as before you?
I had a restaurant. I had a restaurant. I had a salon.
Okay. So you were a business owner.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, frankly, it's greed. You know, at the end of the day, it's greed that will at times drive you to do some kind of crimes. You see, you can be able to feed yourself. You can be able to take care of your kids. You know, in a comfortable way,
But you
moderate way,
wanted
but
more.
still you want more. You
Yeah.
want more. So this urge that is driving you, greed. As for me, I would say it's greed that drove me to this.
What were you doing before?
The same
You were a business owner.
business owner. Yeah.
Okay. And you still felt like there was the temptation to have more.
Because you see, like in my case, I used to own a boutique and I used to own a bar. So most of the times I used to go to Turkey, I used to go to China, around the world, just to buy some items, new fashion, whatever. And I've stayed for so long in South Africa. That was the time I got involved into this selfishness, just like my colleagues said. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you do when you're here? What's your day like on a day-to-day basis? Take us through what you normally do.
We are always up by 6:30. I mean, we are already on parade and we've been counted and whatever. So you have your breakfast. Then by 7:30, we are in the industry. I work in the industry. I'm taking a dressmaking course. I'm actually having an exam in 2 weeks' time for my grade 2X dressmaking. I have done crocheting, and currently I'm the director of Crime Sipoa. We have a club called Crime Sipoa. Crime Sipoa is, and it means crime is not good. Yeah. So I'm currently the in-sitting director of Crime Sipoa. So I really have a very busy day because when we break off from the industry at noon, then between lunchtime and 2, I have to rush in, and then that's the time that we have for making that's when we do our work, you know, because it's not part of the industry. So we are a group of them, and all of them are in my group. So we do beadwork, we do knitting, we do farming, and we do catering. On Saturdays we make samosas, we make a variety of things.
Okay.
So I would say I have a busy day, and which is really good for me because it helps me so much, because I'll not have to stress myself, and then also I've learned a lot of all those stuff from here.
Crime Sipoa, do you do outreach outside of the prisons, or is it mostly confined within the prisons?
Right now we haven't had we've not had wings, but we've coordinated with some ex-inmates, some of them that have been here and they've gone out. Like 2 weeks ago, we had our real director, the pioneer member, who has gone out, and we are hoping that when some of the members have gone out, they'll be able to spread out the wings. But as for now, we are looking at having a website. We are looking at having a way of marketing our products, because we don't have any way of marketing our products. And the most interesting part of all this is that it helps us put our talents to work. It helps us to use our hands, you know, not to sit down and dream of going back to the crime. So like now I know how I can be able, if I'm released right now, I am able to do this beadwork. I'm able to sit down and do catering and do the samosas and the chapatis and do it very well. I'm able to knit. I am able to do farming very well. And through that, I can be able to sustain myself and my kids. There's no way I can go back to drugs after this that I've learned here. The good thing is that the administration, the prison administration, Madam Olivia, her entire staff, they're very supportive of us who are in this club. So when we do this, whatever that we've done, we will show you, we sell.
Okay.
So when I was selling it, we sell it to the visitors that come to prison. So when they buy from us, this money goes directly to us. You understand? Okay. So
That's a
when-
way of supporting and
Yeah,
sustaining
yeah.
yourself.
So,
Okay.
but we do not use it here. We use it, they keep it for us. So when you're leaving prison, you're able to go home with some amount of money. You can able to start something on your own. You understand? And then maybe there could be even situations whereby maybe like my child doesn't even have school fees. So I can be able to apply and speak to the officer in charge, I'll speak to our patron and tell him this is this. And then the bank slips are brought and then they are able to pay for my child's school fees direct.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So these are the things that I have learned that I can be able to make it without rushing. The other side of, prison, yes, is bad. Nobody would want to be in prison, but I'll tell you, I've learned things that I never knew out there. Yeah. I know I can live a life without crime when I'm out of here, and I can be able to sustain myself because all the things I do not know.
Yeah.
I really hope you have time to come and check on
Check.
our thing.
All
Yes,
right.
yes,
Just
yes.
one more question or so for all of you. You've talked about, and I think you've both mentioned, it was a selfish decision on your part to want to go into it. So based on that, there might be someone out there who's thinking, I also want a quick buck. For me, quick and easy money equals drug money. It's easy. It's, you're undercover. I wouldn't be caught. What would you want to say to someone who's thinking that at the moment? What would you want to tell them about the reality of drug trafficking?
In my opinion, I would like to advise people not to take that opportunity because you might find yourself into a situation like this in a foreign land. For example, if somebody sends you, for example, into China definitely you're going to be given a death penalty. So you die in a foreign land whereby your family, they won't see you again, last respect or what, or you see such kind of things. So it's better, the little you have, just maintain it and God will bless you. That's all I can say.
Anne has explained what she does during her day in prison. Could you take us and then we'll hear from you as well, Shala? Yeah.
I also work in the industry. I woke up around 6:30. I do my isabu. Then after that, I go to the industry at 7:30. Then from there, at noon, I normally go to the club for this crime support, where I do my beadwork.
What about you?
Even me also go to something 5 or 6 months, me go to industry. I know beads works, I know embroidery, I know dressmaking.
Okay.
Now me, I am going to designer. So many things.
Many different skills.
Yeah, I
Okay.
know.
Learned how to make
Length,
soap,
yes.
liquid soap,
Yes.
yoga.
Yeah.
I appreciate you sharing your stories. I think you've hit the point home about not wanting to choose a certain life. And I'm sure to some extent there's also about the company you keep. Is there that could also land you in prison? Before I let you go, I'm sure by now you've learned some Swahili. I just heard you a few moments ago. Maybe say something to us in Swahili. Yeah, maybe pass on a message of goodwill to someone.
Me go Pakistan. Pakistan no Swahili me which talk.
But you know Swahili now.
Now me changanya.
Okay, and for you, yours sounds like it's good.
Yeah. Mine actually when I came in.
Ongea kwa Kiswahili sasa.
Okay. Vile niliingia hapa 2010 sikuwa najua Kiswahili yoyote. Na ilikuwa ngumu sana kucommunicate na wenzangu. Lakini sahizi huwezi kukaa muda mrefu na watu and then huwezi kuongea, lazima uongee na watu na muongeleshane. Kwa hivyo sahizi mimi Swahili najua, huwezi kunisengenya na Swahili, naweza kuongea.
Nataka kuongea naongea, lakini kusoma I cannot read.
Yeah. Right, Catherine, Shala, and Anne, thank you for sharing your stories. And as you continue to serve your sentence and do the work.